Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Jack Johnson, 200 pounds with a reach of 74 inches. And he'll be facing the great Rocky Marciano. He's only 5 foot 10 inches tall with a reach of 68 inches.
Oh my goodness, look at the reach difference there. That reach is going to be an absolute nightmare to deal with, because if that jab is used and that right hand is followed, there is going to be a problem tonight.
The Galveston giant himself, Jack Johnson, fighting out of Galveston, Texas, one of the most intimidating fighters of his era. The Rock, Rocky Marciano, the Brockton brawler himself, one of the greatest fighters of all time. A sparkling record and one of the best to ever do it.
This is going to be an intense stare-off before the fight starts.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Galveston, Texas, presenting the legendary first ever African-American heavyweight champion. Please welcome the renowned heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Galveston Giant, introducing Jack Johnson. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is a Hall of Fame legend from Brockton, Massachusetts, a Ring Magazine world champion, and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the Brockton blockbuster, Rocky Marciano.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
Todd, all I can say, heaven on earth.
All right.
Heaven on earth.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about.
Good luck.
Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. Swing and a miss with that hook. Catch and shoot. They better start respecting each other's punching power. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
You just see the nerves on that fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
That counter punch caught him clean. Punch, counter punch. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
You'd like to see more jabs. Beautiful counter punch. Perfect counter shot. Straight right just misses. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Beautiful. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Johnson in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
A straight right just misses. Good counter punching. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Those counter punches have to hurt. He threw a punch and just got countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These two were made for each other. Nice counter shot. Oh, do you believe this? Rocky Marciano is down. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
Getting your time in already, that right hand is beautiful.
Mace, what you doing? Come on, I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't
Get up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Great.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got a hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counter punch. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You fight the Swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When are we going to see a jab from these two? There's a counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Just miss with that hook. That counter shot lands. They exchange punches. It all comes down to what you can do on the inside.
This is poetry in motion. If you've got a great jab, if you've got a long reach, I know, that was me. I'm admiring what I'm seeing here.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Johnson in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight.
And there's the bell to start round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice Nice counter. Straight right just misses. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. His stamina is off the charts. Well done with that counter shot. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. How about that time counter shot? Swing and a miss with that jab. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Can't land the jab there. Swing and a miss with that hook. Perfect counter lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Johnson in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
What's he doing? He's switched off completely. He needs to get back out there. He's ready to finish.
Time for the 5th round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've been...
Whoa, Johnny! Oh, my word! Jack Johnson on the defense! What's he gonna do to get out of this trouble? Nice counter punch right up the middle. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like... Hold that thought! Show us something, Rocky! And now they're right back into the fray.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Good counter punch. Hook misses. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter punch. Nice defense on that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Johnson in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
He's starting to make mistakes. He's switching off.
You out. Great work. You were thinking.
There's the bell to start round 6. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nobody home with that hook. How about that time counter shot? Good counter punch. you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get any close.
Catch and shoot. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. And they figure out the combination to this save.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Oh, and there's no way they're getting up from that. It is a clean knockout. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Are you okay? You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That was her.